Yo, what's up? Welcome back. Kons motherfucking podcast, you feel me? Shout out to all my new subscribers. I fuck with y'all. Shout out to all y'all just joining this shit. I fuck with y'all. Shout out to y'all that been fucking with it. I fuck with all y'all. All 141 of y'all. You know what I'm saying? That number is constantly changing, and I appreciate it. Appreciate the love, the shares. Appreciate all the anytime you done shared my shit, anytime you see my shit in Messenger, shared it on Facebook. All that. Appreciate all that. I love all that. I need all that. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? As y'all know, I was set up supposed to be going to motherfucking E3. You know what I mean? Shit, I would have been in LA right now. Shit, doing this podcast from a hotel room in LA right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to E3 and shit, but you know that shit got canceled due to this COVID shit. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, though, you know what I'm saying? I mean, back to the inventory life. Gotta wear a mask and shit when I'm counting stores. That shit be getting hot as fuck. I be taking my shit off. That shit be hanging off one ear and shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, I don't like it. You know what I mean? Shit be too fucking hot for real. You know what I'm saying? But it's the new norm. Everybody waiting for America to open back up, like it's just gonna open back up. That's not happening. Um, whatever you see now is how it's gonna be. Like it ain't gonna be no different than what it is right now. That's it. This is the new norm. That's what it is. You know what I mean? So get used to it. Stay washing your hands. Hope y'all wash your hands with soap for about 15, 20 seconds. You know what I mean? Weather been crazy out here in Sac. It's been fucking hot, like 100 degrees. The next day it'd be like 70. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the fuck going on. Probably heart. You know what I'm saying? Probably them, but you know, I ain't gonna throw no names out there. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, today's episode though, you know what I mean? This is episode motherfucking 24. You know what I'm saying? Today's episode gonna be about the PlayStation 5, you know what I mean? I just watched a little reveal joint. Uh about an hour long little reveal that they did or whatnot. It was pretty dope. They showcased a bunch of games and shit, and a bunch of effects and shit, a bunch of shit that could be going on in the game. Played a lot of trailers with a lot of explosions and shit going on. Um, you know what I mean? Whole lot of particle effects and all that type of good shit in these games. But yeah, PlayStation 5 episode, you know what I'm saying? Episode 24. Let's get into it. You feel me? They started off by showing Miles Morales, though, that new Spider Man game. They called it Miles Morales. Man, look, when I seen the mask come off and I seen it was Miles, yo, I can't lie, I got hype as shit, yo. Yeah, I got hype as fuck. Yeah, that shit gonna be dope, yo. Cause this nigga got powers and shit that you ain't never been able to use with Spider Man. You feel me? So it's that shit's going. I'm looking forward definitely to playing that shit without any doubt. Cause Spider Man, the first one, I don't know if y'all remember. I think it came out September 2018. I think that was September 2018. It came out. Man, that was the dopest. That shit dope. I still will play that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all played it, but that shit go hard. And then and Miles Morales is in that one in the story mode. You know what I mean? So it was only right they gave him his own game. Definitely looked dope as fuck. Um, Another one they Gran Turismo 7. Phew. Now I ain't really played Gran Turismo when it was out and everybody was playing it. But yo, the graphics have always been seamless. Like the graphics have always been flawless on Gran Turismo, yo. They always push the console to the max with the graphics. It looks beautiful. You can see clear reflection on the cars. You can see they showed the inside of the car, the details on the glove, the details on the windshield, the sunlight shining. All of its 4K expertise and beautifulness is all in that game. You know what I mean? If y'all familiar with Gran Turismo, then y'all know what I'm talking about when I say that's a beautiful looking fucking game. You know what I'm saying? They also displayed Ratchet and Clank. Now I ain't even been the one to I never really got into the Ratchet and Clank series. You know what I mean? I never really played that shit. I wasn't really into the platform type deals. You know what I'm saying? With the platforms, platform based games and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Spyro was cool. I played that a little bit on the PlayStation back in the day. Spyro was alright. But Ratchet and Clank, I never got into that, but always looked like a fun game. I just didn't fuck with it. But they got that new coming out called Rift Apart. You know what I'm saying? It looked like some crazy going through portals type shit, and it looked dope. You know what I mean? A lot of explosions, a lot of chaotic shit going on, a lot of particle effects displayed on the trailer. I thought that was pretty dope. It definitely looked fun and looked dope. Um, like I said, the particle effects is amazing on there. Show a lot of shit blowing up, whole lot of pieces flying and shit, and it was seamless. Wasn't no slowdown. You know what I mean? It handled it great. Um, another one, another one was called Project Athia. Now this game looked dope too. It's definitely like a sci-fi. You know what I mean? A little girl, she got like these kind of powers, like you know what I'm saying? Shit, dope. They didn't even show too much of it, but it looked dope though. It's my type of game. You know what I mean? They didn't. They only showed like maybe 30-second trailer or something like that. But even in that, just 30 seconds, it looked amazing. Um, then there was this weird ass, every every like live stream of like a reveal of a console. Well, yeah, Xbox be having them too, but PlayStation be having them a lot. Is these little bullshit ass little games? You know what I'm saying? That it's just like you see them and your reaction is just like the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a game they showed called Stray. Like it said all humans was like extinct. It was a bunch of robots around doing shit that humans usually do. Like they showed humans and robots in the workhouse, in the warehouse type setting. You know what I'm saying? But they were robots dressed in, you know, human clothes and shit. It looked weird. And then they showed a cat come at the end, and he's walking around these robots and shit, and he meows like at the camera. You know what I'm saying? And then it's that's the end of the trailer. Like it just leaves you like the fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's like that like the game back in the day, the Japanese game they came out with, where you took on the life of a fucking mosquito. You know what I mean? Weird shit. Or like that one game where you roll around a bunch of shit and it accumulates like a big ass ball of fucking garbage and shit. You know what I mean? That was another one of them weird ass Japanese titles. You know what I'm saying? Shit called Stray. I don't know what the fuck that show's about. But yo, then they went into the controller breakdown. The controller on the PS5 looks dope. I must say. As a built-in mic, that's dope. There's never been that. Um, it has adaptive triggers. So that means, you know what I'm saying, you can press it down hard and you might, speed up the fire rate of your gun. Or you can press it lightly and you feel me, pop off one shot at a time type shit. That's like a nutshell of what like adaptive triggers mean. Um, Yeah, that was dope. The controller looked dope. I must say, it's definitely a little different than the PS4, the PS2, PS3. They all kind of been the same controller. Um, Up until now, it's a little different. It looks dope though. I like the way it looks. I like the way the PS5 looks. It looks pretty dope. It looks pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? They coming out with a one with a disc and a discless version. That's the first I've seen that. They dropped two consoles at the same time. If they're gonna come out at the same time, I don't know. But I know they got a digital version with no disc tray, and they got a regular with a disc. You know what I'm saying? Definitely probably be a difference in price. I don't know the price on it yet. They didn't go into that. Another game was called Returnal. This game looked pretty dope. It reminded me of that what's that game? Something landing. I can't think of the name, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It looks something like that. As far as like a crazy storyline, like sci-fi shit. It looked like this lady, like she crashes, you feel me, and she get attacked by something, and then every time she wake up, the world is like different around her. You know what I mean? Whole different environment and everything. And it seems like it's like she constantly does this, kind of like Groundhog Day. You know what I'm saying? But it looks dope. It looks very interesting and intriguing with the story. Very definitely different. I've never seen or heard anything like it. Um, it's like a loop type game. And that wasn't the only game that they showed with that same type of basis, with that loop kind of material in it. Um, but it looked pretty dope though. Definitely a sci-fi. Uh, and then they had, another one of them weak games that I don't really understand. Like a game called Sackboy, where you're like this like knitted character. That's, I don't know. I didn't play none of the old ones. He looked like the dude from what is that game called? Unravel. Kind of looks similar to like a character like that. I don't know if y'all familiar with Unravel on Xbox, but it's a side scroller platform. Little characters made out of yarn. Little fun little game though, little puzzle shit. You know what I'm saying? Get your mind working. It's very cognitive. Um, then they had a game called Kina. Kina looks dope. Futuristic, not futuristic. It's sci-fi, uh, high definition game. Um, it looks a lot, kind of remind me of Cameo. I don't know if y'all remember that, but Cameo was one of the launch games on Xbox One. You know what I'm saying? It was one of the launch titles with it. Was it one or 360? It was 360, I believe. Yeah, that game was on 360, I think. Um, yeah, I think Cameo was on 360. But yeah, it looks similar to that. You know what I'm saying? Sci-fi game, real fun type game. You know what I mean? Kind of like kid friendly. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was pretty dope too. It's called Kina. Um, Another game that looked dope was called Ghostwire. Now this game looked hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? It takes on like, it's called Ghostwire Tokyo. You know what I mean? Dude got powers and shit. It's first person view and you have these powers and shit. Like you show your hands, you can move shit. Like it looked dope. It looked dope with the shit you can do. Like, you know what I mean? And things look upgradable. Like you come across excuse me, different powers or whatnot. I like that shit. I liked it the way that shit looked. Called Ghostwire Tokyo. You know what I'm saying? First person like powers type game. You got some ill shit. You could do some ill shit with your hands and all that. Telekinetic powers and all that kind of shit. That shit looked dope. Another game was looked at dope too. Was called Godfall. Definitely reminds you of God of War. It's like a adventurous hack and slash type game. You know what I'm saying? Um, they really talked about how you can master a bunch of different weapons and shit, different elements and shit with your weapons and all that. You know what I mean? Like you pretty much become a god. Like you become invincible. You can. You know what I mean? With mastering your different type of skill set and the way you play the game, the way you fight people and shit, with the shit you unlock, the way you use it. You know what I mean? They're saying that you could pretty much become godlike. You know what I mean? Which is a pretty dope concept for a game for sure. Definitely like a hack and slash. You know what I mean? How God of War is. Um, the graphics on that game was okay. It didn't look no next gen type shit on that shit. I say that. At least on the trailer, it didn't. Uh, Then you had a game called Solar Ash. It looked very like indie style, like, very indie, one of them indie games, you know what I'm saying? Somebody created it type shit. It was cool. It looked cool. You know what I'm saying? It looked cool. If you into that, you know what I'm saying? I don't really do the indie games and the side scrollers and all that. I don't really dab in all that. But it looked dope for those of you who like that kind of shit. Uh, Another one they went into, man, was Hitman 3, man. That shit looked dope. If you a fan of Hitman, this Hitman looked like this Hitman looked dope. You know what I'm saying? This Hitman looked hard. They really put some in-depth detail in the story, I can tell. Um, it looked like maybe he's going after his agency. I don't know. You know what I mean? But they also let it be known that this was a conclusion in the series. So with that being said, it's going down. Like it's going down in that game for sure. It looked definitely dope. You know what I mean? And if you like Hitman and like the assassination type shit, creeping up on niggas, popping niggas with silencer, getting off, so nobody see you type shit, you'll definitely fuck with this. By the way, they made the trailer look. Hitman 3 look dope. Um, Conclusion to the whole series, they said. So I can't imagine what type of shit's gonna go down. Must be a whole lot of plot twist, I imagine. Probably reveal some people. Probably reveal people that's behind that. There's been nothing but voices in the game. Um, that was dope. They had another little side scroller kind of adventure joint called Little Devil Inside. That game was looked dope too. Looked like a dude. He looked like kind of like an assassin, kind of like or like a hitman or something. Kind of like he had a whole bunch of gadgets though. You know what I'm saying? He had a backpack, bunch of gadgets and shit, bunch of different weapons and shit, taking out creatures and all kind of shit. That shit looked dope. Definitely one of them indie games. You know what I mean? But that one looked good. That one looked good though. And then, they definitely got into 2K21. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Zion Williamson. He had his 34 zone looking crisp in that motherfucker. They definitely detailed the style, the jersey, the shoes. They put a whole lot of detail in all of that. It's dope. It looked dope. I'm not into 2K no more. I don't got the time to build characters up and all that kind of shit. I just don't got the time to put into it like that. Um, but it looked dope. I remember when the first NBA Live came out for 360, Live '06, and they displayed the sweat, you know what I'm saying, on your face type shit, running down your face and shit, similar to mine. You know, how you can see the perspiration, you know what I'm saying, on my forehead and shit. Like they put that in the game, you know what I'm saying? And it looked dope. It looked dope. You can see his eyes moving, his features, it looked real dope. You know what I mean? It's like a teaser trailer of him like practicing in the gym by himself. He go, I mean, he dribble, go up and dunk the ball. They show him hang on the rim. I don't know if that's gonna be like a feature that they're gonna put in the game where you can like hang on the rim. But it definitely looked dope. Like I said, I can't put time and effort into 2K no more. So, and then they had another one called Demon Souls. It looked kind of dope. It's a remake. Very definitely looked very dark. But the visually, it looked awesome. You know what I mean? Big. It looked like big battle arenas, big boss fights. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of that type of shit. That shit definitely looked dope. I fuck with that. I probably wouldn't play it though. Actually, um, I don't really like. Yeah, I heard Demon Souls is like a really difficult game, and I don't really like difficult games like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't really like the games that's like too hard. You know what I mean? Like it kind of just take the fun out of it. Like if you just struggling, like you know what I'm saying? I don't really like games like that, and that's the kind of game it look like. But visually, it looks awesome. You know what I'm saying? Then they had another one called Deathloop. This is what I was talking about, kind of similar to Ghostwire. Um, no, not Ghostwire. Similar to Returnal. It's like a loop. This one's called Deathloop. It's about a bunch of assassins that's trapped in a time loop. So, you know what I'm saying? It's similar to like Returnal. Like he'll go kill when you die, you know what I'm saying? You wake up and you like do it all over again type shit. But there's other assassins that you gotta take out. 8 of them. But these other assassins are also trying to take you out. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like constant. So it's like a time loop. Very intriguing story. Looks dope. It's a different style of graphics. Kind of remind me of I don't know if y'all remember that game called 13 back for PS2, but it's kind of that style of graphics, kind of like you know what I'm saying. But it looked awesome. Yeah, Resident Evil 8 Village definitely looked dope. Of course, can't never really go wrong with Resident Evil. I mean, that's a classic, instant classic. Everybody who don't like Resident Evil, you know what I'm saying? They coming back. Um, another game was called Dragmata. That game looked dope. It was definitely different. Um, definitely a different kind of game, but it looked dope though. Um, then they had Horizon Forbidden. I don't know if y'all play Horizon Zero Dawn, but this is the next version of that game called Horizon Forbidden West. Shit looked just as dope as Zero Dawn did. Horizon Zero Dawn was a dope game. I played it, got very far in it before my PlayStation decided to, I don't know, fart on me take a dump on me. I don't know, but it wiped out. It shut down, restarted itself, and uh, wiped out all my memory. You know what I'm saying? So I had to start a lot of games over. And that game is very detailed. A whole lot of shit you got to do in the midst of the main mission. And I did a lot. So that's one game I didn't go back and start replaying. You know what I'm saying? But it's a dope ass game though. I wish I didn't lose the memory. Because I would have probably beat it. I didn't even get to beat that shit. But yeah, they had a pretty dope lineup of games. I'll say that. Some pretty dope shit coming out for the PS5. I must say, I definitely must say, some dope shit coming out. As far as the specs go for it, I haven't watched the. If Xbox Series X even did a reveal, I don't even know. If they did, I gotta look for it. I'm gonna watch that and come with a probably episode X about Xbox Series X. You know what I'm saying? But I watched the PlayStation 5 one, took some notes on it. The specs for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X are pretty much the same. The CPU, the central processor unit, is 8 core, 3.5 gigahertz, while that's on the PS5, and the Xbox Series X is an 8 core, 3.8 gigahertz. So, little difference there. That's in your visual, you know what I'm saying, as far as your screen and all that. Um, and it says an AMD Zen 2. They both have the same thing with that chip. Then the GPU, which is the graphics processing unit, uh, the PS5 has a 10.3 teraflop, 10.3 teraflops. The Xbox Series